as we're among this land right now. Just God guide us and direct us. We ask all this in Jesus Christ's precious name. Amen. So the first thing is, this is a recommendation, so we had it typed, but we don't have the copies, that's all right, but the recommendation is, and this is for y'all to think about, and then we propose the next meeting is March the 5th at 6:30, the first Thursday, but the structure would be 4 chairs. So we would be just kind of like we did last year, which worked fine. We'd all be co-chairs.
Co-chairs,
You know, so we're like together, we're a super chair. And then the structure would be Taryn's willing to be the secretary, take the minutes, take the notes, and to be the point of contact to the town. So we make sure after we finish that we let them know when the next meeting is. She's willing to be at the town board meetings, but we want 2 people to give an update when we have an update to give. So we just need to decide, like, for tonight, who wants to, because the meeting got moved to the 23rd, so we need to decide who's going to be there. But to me, that is what this committee's about. It's the simplest way, and because we want to just get outreach and get the community more involved. So if y'all can think about it, we just need to confirm that at the next meeting.
Well, I don't think we should be at the 23rd meeting. That got pushed. I think it should be the March.
Okay. That the only thing that we'll do, then that just delays us getting approval for our first event we want to do, which is fine. It should be.
It's just a couple weeks.
Okay.
From the 23rd to March.
All right. So
Monday in March.
Okay. All right. So we'll not have an update for February 23rd. Okay. But we'll have one for March 9th.
Yeah, okay. That's what I think. Because that whole meeting got pushed, so,
Okay.
Normally it wouldn't be there.
So you're saying, yeah. Plus they already had their agenda and everything.
That's right. We're going.
So we just need to make contact to get on the March 9th to give the update.
Right.
When was the planning board? No, when was the town council supposed to meet?
February
This
9th.
past Monday?
Okay.
It's the second
right.
Monday of each month.
So we'll
That's
still
right.
meet March 5th. So then we'll get back on track.
Yeah, I won't be able to be here.
That's okay. As long as we have 3, we have a quorum.
But personally, because this is just a special committee, I agree with taking notes. But as far as approving anything, any kind of minutes like that, that's not what we're doing. Because all we're doing is coming up with an idea, taking it to the town council. Town council is the one who votes on it. They're the ones who make all the motions and all that. We're just here to get our ideas together, come up with events, and submit it to them. That's so getting into approving minutes and doing all that. We didn't do that last year, and I don't think we need to do that this year. We just take notes. We know what we've said. We agree that we went over stuff from last meeting, this meeting, this.
Yeah.
But as far as
How about agreement? So still,
just
I think,
agree.
I think we still have to say what we agree. I think we got to
on,
agree what
but
we're taking to the
being
the
all
town.
like that. No, this is just a special committee. We're keeping it simple. We're keeping it easy. We're just bringing our ideas together. That's what I think. It worked last year. I don't know why it can't work like this year.
I think we did have a part last year where when we do, somebody does need to take notes, because a lot.
Yeah, taking notes, I agree.
Email them out, and I do think we need to read them, so when you agree, that's like you're approving that you're in a
Yes,
agreement.
we're just in agreement, but doing all the formality and yay and nay, all we do is take it to the town council. They're the ones who's going to say, yes, we'll do that event. That's not us. We're just brainstorming, getting together, say, yeah, we'll do this, and then take it to the town council. They're the ones who vote on it. They're the ones who do all that.
Right. So what we're saying is, what I hear we saying right now tonight is, it's gonna be tight, and we'll meet again March 5th, but we need to have our recommendation tight for them to be able to say yay, because until they say yay, we can't move on the first event, which is May 7th,
Right.
which is gonna be tight. So is everybody in agreement with that right now?
In agreement for May 7th, yes.
Well, for May 7th, but we can't, so we won't have approval from the town to move forward that if we wait and we don't go to them until March the 9th. That's what I'm saying. If we don't go the 23rd, that adds 2 more weeks before we can get approval for the first event.
Right.
Personally, I don't think, it's for what we're doing on May 7th, we are just getting together for a prayer event.
Well, we still gotta go, we
We
want
have
to
to
the fire
go.
department, gotta get the speakers, gotta get it communicated or whatever. I mean, we can, it'll be tight, but we have to make sure that we meet on March the 5th again, cause then what I would say, we didn't allot enough time tonight to, like
So-
work on the next two things. So I was trying, if we could go ahead and get approval, if possible, for the May 7th, we could get that going. That was my only thing. But if you feel like they've already got their agenda for February 23rd, like, I can't go to the meeting, so I don't know how that works. So if their agenda's already full, like, then I get that.
Well, we weren't on the last agenda when they asked for, an
Okay.
update.
Okay. To me, if we could, it would be better to go to the February 23rd, two people go and say, we know we want our first event, we need approval from the town to move forward with the first event, and then we're working on 2 to 3 others, but we need to go ahead and get approval to go forward with the first one we're recommending.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's probably within just 2 weeks of one another. We could meet.
Well, if we
Right
could
after
get,
that
yeah,
meeting,
well,
so-
yeah, well, we could get approval on February 23rd, and then once, whoever's here, if it's Taryn, whoever does it, then say we have approval to move forward. We can talk tonight who wants to take the task.
Mhm.
So once we know it's approved, everybody can start doing the work. So by the time we meet on March the 5th, we already know
We've
we
got
got the
stuff to
place,
do.
we got the, then we can start, because the other things we're thinking about doing are more complex.
Yeah.
So then, if we could go ahead and have the next event, a shell and a date, then the town board, then that's kind of when I observed the situation. Is that good?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yes, I get it.
who can be with Taryn on February 23rd to present? We would like it to, because this is the year that we really need to do the 250 years.
Right.
Of America, that when you look at everything, the Nation 250th Task Force is offering so many things, and then that event, like, stuff is ready
Well, we just want to go to them. We want to have a National Day of Prayer here in
on May the 7th.
On
Yep.
May 7th,
Yeah,
here in
y'all approve
That's
it, and that's all we
That's
need on
it.
February
And
23rd.
that's all.
And then
We're gonna
those
say.
handouts, we need to read those, and then we come back together on March the 5th, we can get into planning the next couple of events. How about that? You got that?
I can be there on the 23rd. I don't have a meeting.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. So let's make sure we're straight on this, okay? For February 23rd at 9 o'clock, who can present that our first event, we want to acknowledge the National Day of Prayer, which is the first Thursday in May.
That's like we're just going to say we'll have National Day of Prayer. We won't know what time or anything. We just want to have a prayer here in Momeyer for the National Day of Prayer.
Well, that is May the 7th.
Yeah,
Okay,
May
that's
the
what-
7th.
yeah, okay,
Yes, but I will be there. You
okay.
can put my name.
So then,
And
with the structure, I know we're
Taryn.
getting used to it. So Taryn will email, this will be part of her responsibility as the secretary and point of contact. She will email to get y'all a slot on the agenda, and then y'all just need to present to get approval for May
Okay.
7th. Okay, so if you can just put in we can call it our notes or whatever, but we need to have in our documentation, Taryn and LaRue will go present that recommendation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay. And then I had, I sent y'all, a list of stuff, and then Taryn's got some more, so one of our homework, if you will, is just to look through, since we're doing good on our time right now. Our homework is, this really talks about all that's, going on for 250 years. So if everybody, Taryn's got a list, she did some research, and she can email that, or we'll bring it the next time, whatever she wants to do. She did a lot of different things. A lot of research of things going on. Some things that I found just to get your brains thinking, because when we get back together on March the 5th, let me back up a minute. After y'all get approval on February 23rd, I don't know why they wouldn't approve it, but once we get approval, we'll talk in a minute who wants to work on what.
Yeah.
And then when we come back together on May the 7th, if everybody can be reading up on America 250, Taryn will get y'all's list, but be thinking of something like this. I mean, all communities are, you know, kind of being encouraged to do that. So things like, having something specifically for children, having something like for recognizing, you know, veterans, recognizing the oldest member, you know, just different things like that. But we'll look at that list and then we can kind of come back together. Now, if we get approval, the 4 things we know right now we would have to do is, one, we'd have to see we need to see if the Ruritan building would allow us to use the Ruritan building for parking for May the 7th. Who wants to follow up on asking so Lori's got that if we get approval. And then the communication plan, how are we gonna get the word out to the community that we're having it? Who wants to work on that?
I can handle that one.
That's TE. And who would like to work on speakers? I don't mind doing that. I think Taryn's got, if you go to the online thing, they give you like some suggestions. So on March the 5th, we can pick the order we want. But the Nancy, you know better about me sometimes, or LaRue. So in the town limits, we have 3 churches, right? So there's 3 pastors in the town limits. Don't y'all think we ought to start with those 3?
Are they still operating at railroad tracks?
Is Mount Zion still in the town limits?
I don't know. Where's the sign at the town sign?
Where's the 3 churches?
Well, there's one down.
So there's Momeyer, there's the,
it used to be
it used to be Momeyer
but
Baptist.
now I think it's a Godly Ministries.
Yeah.
And then
Down,
the church off of Sanctified Church Road.
right,
Temple.
and then Mount Zion.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
4.
they are kind
Yeah.
of close. They're probably
They may be the ETJ,
Just
but-
close enough.
I mean,
I think we need to, I
I
think
think
getting
so.
there.
I think
And
it'd
then,
be
so
cool.
I can work on
I didn't
that.
know about that.
And then I can, I'll say something to Chief Bass about that. We'll start there.
Okay.
And Nancy, I don't know who, I might need you to help me with that. How about the 2 of us work on the speakers that we can
Okay.
divide and,
Yeah,
how about that? Okay.
yes.
And Taryn, we can talk, when you talk about communication,
Yeah.
you know, there's some things that are available on that site free. Just kind of if everybody be kind of looking at that. So once we get approval, then we can kick into getting this done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so summarize LaRue and Taryn. Taryn will send a note to ask for y'all to get on the agenda to ask for approval to present the first event. And you can even say like, we're really looking at keeping it in a 250-year theme for the year. We'd like to hold the National Day of Prayer, May 7th, get that done. And then our next meeting will be March the 5th. I do think if we target, we might not need it every month, but I think we target the first Thursday night every month at 6:30, then that's gonna be better to help our town council, because anything, if we might need something to come up, or, you know, if we're thinking we need to give an update or ask for something. And then if everybody will look at the, what Taryn gave, and then just be thinking about, the next event that we wanna work on. And that's all we've got for tonight.
Let me, I'll email that in because I couldn't get my, copies.
Okay.
I'll email that to everybody. That way y'all can see it.
Okay.
Some of the talking points that I had for tonight.
Yeah. The structure.
Some about the structure and the, we've got a town, Momeyer outreach email now.
Okay.
Well, we had that. We had that last year. Didn't we have that last?
We had a thing we used for the light at Spring Hope, but, anyway,
I
we've
thought
got.
she had us set up with something last year that all of us were using with Gmail, and that was,
That was when we were using, when people were, saying they were gonna participate in the Christmas, like we could always see who was responding, but I don't think we use it as a communication thing, but I think Taryn's got one set up, which I think is a great idea, so.
okay.
Go from there.
And anybody, I mean, if somehow, something happens to me, somebody else can can take over, doesn't have to be
And
just.
so you're gonna ask, like, if we need to get something emailed to us, it'll go to that
Yeah.
email, okay?
Yeah.
So she'll send out that email
Yeah,
address.
and
then we just-
whatever, like the minutes and stuff that come from me, that
You'll
that
come
go
from
into
that,
the
yeah.
town,
Yeah.
it'll come from that and
Yeah,
not
from an
my
individual, which
personal
is better,
email.
yeah, that is good, yeah.
So we don't have to have a password. We can just get it. We can just click on it.
Not right now, just me.
Oh. No password.
So right now, it's momeyeroutreach@gmail. So she'll be sent, as a secretary, she'll send our notes and any attachments that we need from that to us as on the team.
Right.
And then if she needs to send something to get on the agenda for the town, it'll come from Momeyer Outreach, so it's not from our individual
Oh, you
emails.
just got something set up that you can use. It's not necessarily for us. It's
No,
just
no, no.
something you're
No, no,
using to
it's-
send out.
For the, as the
Okay.
secretary. I
Alright.
mean, it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be the
Official.
I had that.
official,
You're
yes.
we
but-
did have
I
the
had that
thing,
confused.
yeah, it's okay. We had to have the thing because we were checking for the sign up, so anyway, we're just evolving, it's all good.
And when I was applying for the Freedom 250 trucks, it asked for an email,
That's what it
and I was like,
Yeah.
you know,
So
I
one
can't.
thing
not your personal.
Can't give my
I did
personal.
tell Taryn, because I've been looking at a lot of the 250 stuff, and so she and I encourage y'all. So there is a
Yeah.
fleet of 6 trucks that are available, and it's a transfer truck, and it's complete history of the United States of America. Well, it's gonna be in North Carolina. I don't know if we got a shot, but I was like, go on. What's it gonna hurt?
Yeah.
Because if they're coming this way, they could pull up right there.
July 11th through July 18th.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be in Summerville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
So,
So you never know, because if they respond back, we might decide
Yeah.
that next thing needs to be around if we can get,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't want to hold up on that. I said just, you know, if we could get that truck. You need to look at it. It's really cool. So there's a lot of other stuff. Did anything else anybody have that we need to go over tonight? I think what we had on the
So basically, the National Day of Prayer is we're looking at, we're just looking at a prayer from several of the pastors.
yeah, well, we'll give them. So once we get approval,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have to go into specifics. We just
Okay.
yeah.
We don't.
But once we get the approval, we'll go to that site, and they've got suggested, but the National Day of Prayer is to pray for the leaders of your community. That is the focus of it. And then, but this year, they've got the focus is around, they're encouraging people to use George Washington's prayer at Valley Forge.
Okay.
So once we get the approval, we can go to that site, and there's guidelines that we'll follow, and that way we're consistent with everybody else in the United States of America.
And when they ask us what we're going to be doing on that National Day of Prayer, we just say, well, we don't know yet,
No, we're praying.
aside from that.
That's what we're going to do mostly.
So I would just say it this way: the National Day of Prayer was I mean, the whole history that how it's been created. I mean, if they want that many details, but there is a guideline.
I'm just being devil's advocate in case somebody asks.
Yes.
We're praying. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to be right there with you. I'm going to say we're going to pray that
I
day.
mean,
That's what we're doing. We're praying.
I don't
It's a
want. I mean, I'll be
national
honest.
day.
I don't want to go spend 3 hours designing the program if they're gonna say no.
Right.
So
No,
I would
I
just
get
say
it.
this: the National Day of Prayer. The National Day of Prayer was formed in. It made it official. I could look at it, and it is to. And it is to
No,
pray.
I can't- no,
It's to
no,
pray
that-
for the leaders.
We are getting together
Yeah.
and having a National Day of Prayer here in Momeyer. That's all that we need to say, and that's what we're going to present to them.
And we want it on this day and this time.
Yeah, and
Well, that's when it
At
is.
this
We're doing
place.
it when you know.
Yeah.
But
I know that
but we
is,
still have to get approval.
yes.
We're asking them, can we do it? But we still have to go before we can say where it is.
Because
That
we
would-
have to get,
Approval.
yeah,
Yeah, we can't do anything till we get approval.
gotcha. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just being,
It's okay. It's alright, because I'll be right, man. If something comes up, I mean, it's plain and simple. That's what we got planned for that day. Approve it or not approve it. That's all that's going to happen.
well, the thing is, we want to approve it.
He will approve it.
I mean,
The town
there's-
council is the one who approves it, and they will approve it.
I I mean, if you go right there, it gives you the whole, they're asking everybody in the United States of America to follow that.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I-
as a community,
The link,
we were
that
following.
was, I don't know who sent the link, but the link, it may have been you, that it showed the prayer tonight. When you go to the National Day of
Oh,
Prayer,
yeah.
it shows all that. So
That's
all
what,
that
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Now,
That's what
not
I
to be
thought was
confused,
being
because what we
printed.
decided, now there is another thing that is in Washington, May the 17th. That is different. We're
Yeah,
not,
totally different.
yeah, that's totally, that's something.
We're just doing the National Day of Prayer here in Momeyer,
Yeah.
that's all.
So on May 24th, 1774, Thomas Jefferson drafted a resolution
Which-
for a day of fasting. There's a whole thing there. Then George Washington said that. Then there was one in 1775. And then,
Unless there's any, I mean, it shouldn't be any cost if the speakers are, will do it for free, and if, the fire department doesn't ask them,
Yeah.
anything. This should be like a very low cost. I mean, we can give some donations.
I was gonna say like a,
But other than that, this is very low cost, so. It would be.
okay,
like in-
1952,
99%.
President Truman declared the National Day of Prayer as an annual thing. That's when it became like in 1952. Mhm. Yeah. But there was all kinds of, but it's been the first Thursday of May for a long time.
Yeah.
But because of the 250 years, they've got a
Yeah.
special focus, and they're asking communities,
yeah.
if you follow that, it's high quality. I mean, there's some communication things in there that we can consider. Everybody cool with that?
Yep, cool.
Alrighty, so, I make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
That's not funny.
Well, you got to talk about
No, we were just closing the meeting, we just leave. We're done talking. It's over.